Hey, this is Jared. Um, Wondering if this is actually Hoyer's luck or if something went wrong in the when you transfer the file. Can't really tell um, if that's how it was. I can try opening it in my 2018 just in case it's somehow different there. No, that appears to be the same. So, um, yeah, I might remirror this jacket, and then there's some issues in the back. So I'd probably start with the surfaces, sculpt geometry tool options, soft brush, smooth operation, and hold down B, click and drag to increase the size of the brush, and let's try to clean this up a bit. I wonder if you meant to put this edge in. That's looking suspect. Shift right mouse click delete edge. Um, Select the object again to go back into that smooth. Hey, doesn't want to smooth. Oh, now it is. Alright, well we'll mirror it anyways. I just wanted to make sure the middle was okay. And I don't know if well, I mean, I'm losing all the shape there if I do that, but at the same time, this is pretty messed up. I don't know. Yeah, you have edges right on top of each other, except for right here. I'm just snapping that back together. Yeah, it's like there's this tiny little extra edge here. Maybe if I just take these faces and pull them forward a little bit. It's a little better, I suppose. And then let's just isolate this jacket and select the faces off of one side of it. Just double check my selection here. Okay, and delete that off, and then I guess we'll just take the vertices here on the, whoops, I didn't want to go all the way around. I'm just deselecting those other ones. So it's just those along that back center line. And go in the front view, W for move. If we get this little interface right here, if it's hidden, you can just open it up with that little thing right there. And make sure we're on absolute transform with this thing, and then 0 in the X. And that gets it all on the center line. And then let's make sure the pivot point is at the center. Just click on the X direction, hold down X for grid snap, and oops, hit D first. Click on that X, and X, the red one, and then middle mouse drag and snap that to the center, and then hit D again to get out of pivot move mode. And then shift right mouse click, mirror options, make sure cut geometry is turned off, copy, combine with original merge border vertices 0.001. And in this case, it's from the positive side because the X is pointing to the negative side. So mirror direction will be negative. Okay. And So now we have that looks suspect. Why didn't that get perfectly mirrored? Sure looks to be on that center line. I don't know. Oops. Shift right mouse click, mirror. Oh, now it looks fine. I don't know what was different there. Alright, well, hold on W, symmetry, and then we can start adjusting some of this stuff. And then, yeah, you need the rest of the sort of color going around. See if we can think that I would want to, let's try to select, turn off symmetry for a moment. This one and shift double click on that one. Nope. This one, shift double click on that one, yeah, and then we can just get these two. Because I imagine you're going to want to Control E and then R for scale and move this in a bit. And then, I don't know, maybe again. And then, I don't know why these faces seem to be flipped compared to everything else. Ooh. Oh gosh. Something is messed up here. Yeah. Let's see if mesh cleanup, before we add any more geometry, let's see if mesh cleanup will clean that up. Mesh cleanup options, lamina faces, non-manifold geometry, edges with zero length, cleanup. Oh, and then there's some vertices that aren't merged. I'll select the whole object, Control F9, edit mesh, merge options, 0.001, merge. Okay, that's better now. Yeah, back to where we were. I selected this, whoops, this one, shift double click here, and maybe grab these two. Control E, R for scale, scale the center, move that up. And Control E again, scale that in, and I don't know, maybe that's too much, but then I was thinking maybe I'd grab that edge and extrude that out. And then maybe this edge. And, whoops, that didn't work. I must have... Oh, it went all the way around. I didn't want that. I just wanted, yeah, that bottom part. No, it doesn't want to go out for me. I don't know. I mean, I kind of look at some reference, I think. I'm not... Why am I not seeing the image plane? I don't know where that image plane went. That's weird. Seems like it's saying it's right there, but I don't. Usually there'd be like a hidden layer or say visibility off or something. Well, I don't know. Um, yeah, I mean the color definitely goes all the way around there, so I don't know. Control E. Nope. Shift double click here. Just want that bottom row. I mean that's not too bad for getting that collar shape. I might take this whole row of vertices and W for move, but then hold down W, axis, normal, just push it out a little bit, you know. I don't know, something like that. It doesn't look quite right. You got to study the reference a little bit more, but because I think it's probably extruded out too far. No, not that way. That's probably the previous one. Yeah, just kind of squishing that in a little bit. Maybe a couple holding edges. I mean, it's not too bad. I don't know. Again, I think you need to study the reference because I think it needs to be a little more shaped and follow the shape of this thing a little bit more. This can use a holding edge too. Let's turn on symmetry. It looks like something. I think the arm could use more shape, you know. I think you've smoothed somewhere in here too. Where did I see a smooth? God, there's so many things it's hard to find. Maybe not, I don't know. It just looks a little dense, geometry-wise. But anyways, soft select and go back to object, push this in a little bit, and maybe pull out an elbow here. Maybe you can grow selection there, you know, soft select there, and maybe I would use the axis normal for this, and you can kind of give yourself a little bit more of a shoulder. What else? Pants again. Yeah, I see a smooth face right here. We don't need all that geometry. You know, maybe a couple extra loops at the legs, knees, but you don't need all that extra geometry for the legs. Shoes look pretty good, but something got really dense. I don't know why there's so. You know what? I bet it looks like you did some kind of crazy beveling here that gave you all these little extra edges, which made it, I think, a bit sharp looking. I might back out of that if you have the previous version and don't have quite so many extra edges on there. Hands are ooh boy, what happened to those fingertips? God, it got triangulated somehow. I wish the history was still on those because I'd love to see how you managed to do that. That is really not good topology there on those fingertips. And they're also very kind of cylinder shaped. I think you can get more rounded fingertips and a little more of the creases in here. And also, again, they're really dense. It looks like you've smoothed it. You should not be smoothing all these things. Resist the urge to hit the smooth button. Do not do that. Yeah, there's at this point, if, there's not any easy way to fix this. Hopefully you have a previous version of your hand you can go back to before you smoothed it and before you did this crazy triangulating thing. All that said, it's coming along okay. I think it's turning into a pretty useful model, but like I said, don't smooth.